Hi, this is Juliana from Frisella Nursery. I know you guys, some of you have seen me around and I talk about the succulents all the time. I love succulent planters and I love doing this. So hopefully I can show you how to do it at home and see how easy it is. First, you start with a succulent mix, and we have our Dr. Earth products, or we have some other products that you can use if you want a big project done. You can do it on a big scale as well. So we'll start with this small Dr. Earth succulent mix. It's a succulent cactus mix. Succulents and cactuses are all desert plants. They hold their water in their root system. So when we talk about watering, we're going to talk about watering once a month, typically. And the water is held into the root system of the plant. So that's why you don't need to water it any more than that. The fun thing that I've been doing, and you can kind of see some of the planters around, I put some planters in the terracotta, I put them in some other things. Any kind of plant that you would like, you just want to have a drain hole in that pot. The other thing that I've been doing is finding old things around the house. So I found an old flower sifter. We're going to plant a succulent in that today, and an old colander. So that's pretty fun, and that's what I'm excited about doing today. So when you are choosing plants for your succulent garden, you want to choose a variety of succulents that you like, succulents that speak to you, but you also want to do probably a variety of colors. I've picked some of these. They all look pretty much the same green, but I like different textures in my greens. So I picked some of these guys, some different heights, these guys that'll spread out, and then the big red guy. And he's gonna have a nice red flower on him. So I pick that when I pick my succulent garden. To start off easy, we're gonna start with this flower sifter first. And the flower sifter is gonna have one plant in it, and I decided this little guy, he's gonna grow nice and tall and kind of droop out a little bit, and I think he'll be fun for this planter. Okay, so we're gonna start with our succulent mix. And this is just a succulent fortified with some good drainage. And we're gonna just fill our flower sifter, our old-fashioned flower sifter, much like probably your grandma had. I still use it. And I wanna fill it just enough so I can get the root ball of the plant in. So you're gonna take your plant, and he's gonna slip out pretty easy. And you're gonna see his little root system in there, all perfectly fine. I'm just gonna dig a little hole with my hands, just enough, wide enough to stick my little root ball in there. And I'm gonna cover him with some additional soil, and I use my hands at this part just because the spade is just gonna be a little bit too big for this item. So I put him in there, and you can manhandle this guy. He's gonna take some shoving, and it's okay. So you kind of fill your dirt so you're around the base of your plant. Super, super easy. Not hard at all. Just want to get him planted in there. And fill your dirt up, because you're gonna have some erosion from when you water him at first. So fill him all the way to the top. Pretty easy. And he looks really cute already. So this would be kind of cute for just a kitchen window, something like that. What I'm gonna do is get my watering can. After you plant him, you want to water him in real good, and you'll probably see some water spillage. But you're going to give him a good drink of water so he flows out like that, and that's totally fine. You're going to have a little mud, so you may want to protect this. That's why we do it here on the wood potting bench. Clean him up. If you get a little dirt, I take a little cheap paintbrush, and I kind of brush him off just so he doesn't have any dirt on him. I let this guy sit for at least a couple weeks before I put him on display, sit him someplace, just on a table or somewhere where he can root in really nicely. Put him on display after that, and there you've got your succulent. It's pretty easy. Water him about once a month thoroughly like I did at first, then let him drain, put him on display. You've got your mini succulent garden. So the next thing we're gonna do is probably go on to the bigger succulent garden, and I'm excited about doing this colander. So we're gonna do that one next.